All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. 23-yard line. 70, Indy. I'm coming.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now a give right side. It's Powell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll drop the throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken in at the 22. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Shift. Watch the shift.
Protein spill. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check.
Ready?
2nd and 2.
Watch the run.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Panthers take over.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And a Panther first down.
Set, ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming.
Fight.
They're going to look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now back to throw. And incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jesse James, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Schaefer got his man. It's Williams. But he breaks through another tackle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. I thought he had the angle along that sideline. Didn't quite get there, though.
Didn't quite get there, but they did keep him from getting into the end zone. Now when you look down and line up on defense, you see the goal line beneath your feet. If that doesn't motivate you to play harder, I don't know what will.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Man. Double tight. Hey, 4 down. Check 9.
80 weapon. Yes.
Motion man. You got motion man right there.
2nd and 6. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A close call here. Did the ball cross the plane? I don't know. From the naked eye, this was tough to tell.
Always difficult when there's such a tangle of bodies around. You're just trying to find the ball and make sure just a portion of it crossed the plane of the goal line.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1st down, Panthers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double tight.
Now they'll toss here to Powell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike to 59. You ain't going nowhere.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
Mike 5-9. Not today, you want? Not today.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got it. Shift.
Topper.
2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
You draw quarters. Yo, go.
Hey, watch that.
Ready.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Ready. 18 Gator.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's King. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
To throw on 3rd down, Schaefer. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Get that ball.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Back to throw here. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Better bring it. You better.
Go.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Check 43.
Ready.
Here's St. Brown of the jet sweep. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
On first down, Mack. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Undercrunch.
On second down, Eckler. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
You must be dreaming.
Get it.
From the gun, Schaefer finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Schaefer. Well, this is caught by Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd and 3. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Equinemius St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
From the gun, Schaefer, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the play.
Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is a counter play. Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler. His third touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Watch the boot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return, it's King. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Watch 54. All day. All day.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Off the bootleg, Schaefer. And this one's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
Looking to throw. Schaefer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, that's right.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Mike 52, pilot 64, weak.
I'm about to take you to school.
Watch the safety creep. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Mike 57. Focus, defense, focus.
Shift! Kill.
Chopper!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the first play of the game. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the set.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Go! 18 Gator.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Snap.
Off play action. Schaefer. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A game there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Schaefer. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Hey, exit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it
Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15.
That's how we do,
The
D. That's how we
completion
do. They
good
don't
for
wanna know.
3, and
They
it's
don't wanna
2nd
know.
down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Protein spill.
Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
You're trash. You're trash.
Smoke. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Schaefer. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
There you go.
Equanimous St. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be, and oh, that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And it's taken in at the 9.
Here we go. Yeah.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check 99. Check 99.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schaefer, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
Hey, high 7.
We need some therapy after this. Alert, flare.
Hard.
Flare.
Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schaefer going deep here for Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
SOS. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Situation. Let's go.
Ready.
From the gun, Schaefer. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tighten down. There you go.
Operating from the gun, Schaefer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. After one, our score, 9-3.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
59. 3 buzz.
Here's Eckler, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Switch.
61. Matchbox lights. 5.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Defense, our time. It's our time.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Check three.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check tight.
Now back to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Let's bring it.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Under 10. 10. Tight dog.
Watch twist.
Topper. Let go.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Watch 54. Hey, let's get this.
Off the bootleg. Schaefer. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brian Burns. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
It's our time. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Back to throw. Schaefer. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Allen's got it complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
The Panthers
Let's go!
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Off the bootleg. Schaefer. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. 23 yards, the final tally.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st down, Mack. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 50.
They'll run here with Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
The extra point up and good, and that will get them one closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line.
There we go.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Come on,
The
set,
Charger
50,
drive
play.
about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On first down, Schaefer. It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Eckler. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
That's going to be caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready?
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here I come.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the whip. Mike, check, 59.
From the gun, Schaefer. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Yep.
It's going to be a long day. Mike's 59.
Now.
Second and 6.
Check.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
Touchdown.
Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mike to 59. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Schaefer. And the pressure gets to him again.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Go.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
They're not ready for this.
Ready?
From the gun, Schaefer. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Brian Burns in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The setup to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All day.
The drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. No problem there on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
2nd and 5. He'll get this to Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Off the play fake. Schaefer. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's how we do it.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Yeah, baby.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the screen.
Watch the spot.
Back to throw here. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the Panther first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Powell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Schaefer. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a play fake here on first down. Taking a shot. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Powell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Check pass.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, complete. That's James. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
No.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And James has it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. That's Williamson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
60 Pittsburgh.
You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
Go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I smell fear in that.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after here coming up. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Chargers 29, Panthers 24.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Schaefer, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Schaefer. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
There's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
3 down, 3 down.
And he's got his man on the out route. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
He's back to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They're down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First down,
On the set.
Mike 57.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll set up to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
it's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.